Welcome back to another episode of Creators Cut, a channel dedicated to your favorite creators and breaking down their videos so you guys can get better at making your videos. So shout out to you guys who wanted me to cover the Cottage Fairy. I've never seen her stuff before. You guys mentioned it, and it's always a pleasure to find creators from you guys, because honestly, everyone you guys have sent over to me has been amazing. So thank you guys. Before we get into it, make sure you guys take a look at the videos that I'll be covering. In this video, I'm going to link all her stuff down below. You guys watch those videos first. Send her some love. Hit that subscribe if you guys enjoy her stuff. Come back here and we break it down. Make sure you guys keep in mind a couple different things when watching her videos. The depth in her writing, and the depth in some of the shots that she uses, and more specifically the video structure. I realized that she has a certain structure after watching a couple of her videos that is super interesting in terms of, I think, one, being creative and then building her audience and just kind of connecting with her audience like that. We're gonna get into it right now. Beautiful wide shot. I like this shot because she feels really small in like a big open world.
My favorite place to be in summer is in a field of lavender when it's blooming. You just have to experience it. It is so refreshing to have dried lavender to freshen up the cozy space, and that I cannot believe how much has changed since then, and how I have as well.
So think about depth with those last couple of shots, right? It's such a big field, right? It's such a big field. So she captures it here really wide, and then you get to see this. This actually even looks like it's bigger. But then there are moments where she captures these shots like this, but it does feel like a very big field. And then she gets shots that are like this, where you have almost layers of it, and she does a better job here. These are nice like this. See, doesn't this feel much bigger than this? And it's also because of the angle that she shot. She's shooting towards the trees here, but I actually do really enjoy this shot much more. It just feels huge. And if you think about it, if there is a patch of green or grass behind us, you wouldn't even be able to tell just because you are lower and you're looking at it directly.
That's all I knew how to do, to discuss making these changes. What confounded me was how to actually apply them effectively.
So this space, the lighting is amazing. The use of natural light in a lot of her videos, you'll start to see when you start watching more of her videos, and it's just soft. Like, see this, like the curtains, it acts as a diffuser, so it really softens the light, because you could see how harsh the light is back here, you know? So if you want that nice soft lighting or glow, natural light with a diffuse like this works really well.
When I put in an effort to do so, I would experience slow but steady improvement. But the moment things got hard, I would fall back into old bad habits.
Oof. The focus here is really shallow. If you guys are trying to get that shallow depth of field, your f-stop is probably at like 1.8, maybe to like 2.2. This is how you get those shots. And then you can use these very specific. I think with people or creators who do this kind of stuff where it's very calming and soothing, having that shallow depth of field for certain shots is just very aesthetically pleasing, and it works well with these types of videos.
But true change will probably ask you to strip yourself of your former identity. So be prepared, it is not for.
This is great. So shots like this too, where she uses a lot of things in the foreground. If you're out in nature and trying to get wide shots, try to always find things that you could shoot behind or that you could use in the foreground. It doesn't always have to be like that, but then just try it, because not a lot of people actually go out. And if you're out, look around and see what things look like when you're shooting behind it or using things in the foreground or using depth. It actually really does make a difference. And the more that you guys keep an eye out on that as you're shooting, you'll start to really get better at, composition.
Now, I'd love to say that the moment I decided to make all these life changes, everything got easier, but that would be a lie. Once I started working on my problems, my anxiety got 10 times.
As something as simple as that, the framing of that, she would have had to have set this up, figure out what she wanted to do, or the action and the movement that she wanted within the frame, and then actually frame it because the wheelbarrow stops perfectly, and then she is set dead center right in here.
I love to say that the moment I decided to make all these life changes, everything got easier, but that would be a lie. Once I started working on my problems, I read an article about how humans need to have faith in something bigger than themselves. It has meaning and therefore an opportunity to grow. It's a chance to cultivate resilience and to learn life is worth living.
I just want to say how perfect the levels of audio are. The music that she has here is just at a perfect decibel. And then you can hear the background noise. But also what makes these videos really, really good and like super engaging, I think, is because of the quality of her mic. And if you are looking to do videos like this, like her, like a lot of these narration creators, think about it investing in a mic. I know everyone wants, the best camera and stuff like that, but phones these days work really, really well. But I really believe like the audio and how crisp her voice is, how soothing it sounds, the bass, just everything about it really, really pulls everything together. I also love how she gives us moments where she is talking to us. And it has nothing to do with what we're seeing on screen. So there isn't a connection between it. But I feel like we're just so engaged. And then she gives us these moments where she just isn't talking and she's just letting us watch, like almost just letting us breathe and like, oh, cool. This is cool. She gives us a little bit of time to like take it in. Before we take a look at the next video, I do want to mention that I will be doing these free video breakdown sessions either in a group or if you guys want to do it one-on-one, it will be available. So it will be available until the end of the year for free if you guys ever just want to, look at your videos, try to improve and get better. And that's the whole point of this channel. So I am offering that. If you guys want to take a look at that and sign up for the free sessions, the link will be in the description.
And sacred stories about love and connection, many of which I cherish today. But I admit, even as a child, I was attracted to the side characters that were more sage-like and quiet, monks and
But this is a
sacred
very
wise
interesting
women.
shot too, because a lot of shots she does is backlit using a window. But like just this angle, right? There's so much depth when she goes behind the wall. She comes in into what looks like a closet and then comes back. So it really adds to it, I feel. Right? Some depth. Great shot. Stayed on this shot. She actually cut away to being outside. And what I like about this shot is right now you have to think of where the audience's eyes are or where your audience's eyes are going to be. Right here, you are looking at this side of the frame, right? Because she's here. And then in the next shot, it's very pleasing because your eyes are still on this side of the frame. Imagine that this was framed a little bit differently where she was on this side. You don't want to do that too much just because you almost want there to be a flow of where your audience eyes are looking from shot to shot, unless it is purposely done like that. Like if you actually want them to look somewhere else. But in terms of like a flow like this, I find that when creators are cutting shots where they use their audience's eyes to just kind of slowly move across the screen or stay on one side of the screen as opposed to boom, 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 boom. It just feels better, especially when you make videos like this that are very calming and very soothing. So think about that when you guys are making your videos. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's like a slow rack focus into it and then time lapse right after. With this slow focus and then hits right into a time lapse. So this is the talking head portion where she is just talking to her community. And one, technically, I just love how she has this in the foreground and it's not super intrusive, just in terms of depth. But what I do love about just overall her videos is that she uses these to really just talk to her community. I feel like after a while when I was watching her videos, I knew it was going to be writing in the beginning and then we're going to have this like heart-to-heart one-on-one talk with her after. And I think it's the video structure, the style, her just really figuring it out and what works for her. Let me know what you guys enjoyed about this breakdown, what you guys enjoyed about this creator. I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.